Hey everybody, welcome back in to Sports Live in the 215. I'm finally back after my vacation. I meant to bring my computer to me with I meant to bring my computer with me to Ocean City. I'm sorry about that. But I just forgot it, so I'm back today to discuss the Sixers offseason so far. All right. Uh, let's get into it. Daryl Morey, Elton Brand, and the Sixers front office had quite a busy, summer so far. So let's get to it. Let me just open my phone here because I I had some notes prepared. So just give me 1 second. Um, yeah, just give me 1 second. Uh, mm, mm. So they started free agency off hot and heavy. Um, they re-signed Tyrese Maxey to a 5-year, $204 million contract, and I think that signing is an absolute home run. Um, with the ball in his hands, the 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 24-year-old or 23 or 24-year-old I think he's 23. The 23-year-old just is a bat out of hell when he's going toward the basket, and Sixers fans will get to see that for let me just confirm that it is 5 years. I believe it is 5 years. I think that's just a home run signing by Daryl Morey, Elton Brand. I I hesitate to give Josh Harris credit, but yeah, Josh Harris for putting the right people in place. Like I along with most Sixers fans, I despise our ownership group and what they're doing with the whole 76 place fiasco, or what they're attempting to do in 2031, I believe it is. But yeah, they I'll give credit where credit is due. They put the right people in place to to help construct the winner. So I'll give credit where credit is due, although they don't get used to me or any other Sixers or Philadelphia sports content creator praising the Philadelphia 76ers ownership, because it's not something that I will do very often. But when they do something right, I will happily give them their flowers. But in this instance, it's more the people in the front office who spend Josh Harris and David Blitzer's money, that they've shown they know how to spend money wisely, and keeping one of your core pieces around for 5 more years is a very, very good way to show you know how to spend money wisely. And all credit to Daryl Morey, Elton Brand in the front office. Absolute home run signing. As much of a no-brainer as I believe there is in sports is taking care of your 23-year-old shooting guard who might play, who will probably play, not might, probably play some point guard due to the addition of Paul George. They signed the former PG-13 to a 4-year, $212 million contract. When I first heard the numbers, I'm gonna be honest, I was taken aback because you're paying a 34-year-old player $212 million. You're basically, what you're essentially doing, I feel, is hoping and praying to whatever deity you believe in that he somehow maintains form. And I don't know if he will. And if I'm being honest, that scares me, because if he does not maintain form, you have another, and I hesitate to even use this person's name, but you have another Tobias Harris situation. If Paul George does not give you 20 to 25 a night, and with 10 rebounds and 8 assists, like, you're paying him $212 million over 4 years. So honestly, I see that as what you should expect from a max contract player. Excuse me. Yeah, and I'm not. I think I would give that signing, if I had to give it a grade right now, just off the rip, if he maintains form, it's an A, but because I don't know, I'll give it a C plus. And then the the grade will move up or down depending on how he plays over these next few years. And I hope I'm dead wrong by giving this signing a B plus. I hope I'm on my knees doing the I am not worthy to Paul George over these next couple of years. I will get on this podcast and I will happily say I was wrong. I will eat some crow if I am wrong on the Paul George signing. You'll hear it from me, and you'll hear it from me. But until then, the jury is very much out, and I know the people that listen to this podcast, I'm telling you guys right now, please, if I'm wrong, please hold me accountable, because that's what talking about sports, that's one of the cool things about talking about sports is when people are wrong, you do get to hold them accountable. That's the power that a fan has, and you guys are more than more than welcome to use that power, and I welcome it. Please do. Anyway, so after that, although I actually, you know what? Maybe I'll give that signing a B as of right now. Now that I think about it, he's a solid player, bucket getter. Yeah, maybe I'll give that signing a B. Maybe calling it a C plus was a little harsh, but and then the Sixers continued to or they went back to take care of their core from last year, signing Kelly Oubre to a. Hold on, let me close this pop up really quick. To a 2-year, $16.3 million deal. I see that contract as a home run. He provided such a spark when he was on the floor for the Philadelphia 76ers last year. He provided that, to use something from Nick Sirianni, that dog mentality that other Sixers teams just have not had in the Joel Embiid era, and he was a very key contributor as to why, before Embiid went down with the knee injury, why they were the top of the Eastern Conference. So I view that signing as a home run. Just someone who is a bulldog on the offensive end and is just as ferocious defensively. There are 30 NBA teams that would love to clone Kelly Oubre, but lucky for us, there's only one of him, and the Sixers have him, luckily. So with that being said, some of the other signings I believe they could make would be someone like Dario Saric. I feel Dario, with his floor spacing ability and his length, would be something that Daryl Morey and Elton Brand should look into, bringing Dario back to Philly for a reunion. I feel like that would be an ideal depth piece for the Sixers. I feel like he would just space the floor and provide solid defensive ability that every NBA team would covet. And let me make sure I didn't miss anything on the free agency front. No, I didn't. So let's get to the draft. So with the 16th overall pick in the first round, Jared McCain, the Sixers selected Jared McCain out of Duke. The Duke basketball program usually provides one pro-ready prospect, it seems like, per NBA draft cycle. So we we'll see if Jared McCain can be the next one to, or can be kind of next on that list. However, I know he averaged 16.3 points in college in the ACC. That's certainly nothing to sneeze at. But however, I still have some questions as to whether he can translate to the pro game, because 16.3 points in Division I, while very, very good, is what am I trying to say? It's what is expected in the NBA. You're expected to be able to create for yourself offensively and to be able to pass and to have that kind of have that built-in bulldog on the defensive end of the floor. And I have some questions as to his. I have questions about his kind of his want to, because there's some, like, he seems to want to be a social media star rather than a basketball player. A lot of times, if he can keep his head on straight, there's no telling how good this kid can be. But the question is he too locked in on making TikToks and being that social media star in the NBA? If he is, then the Sixers will have problems. But if he's locked in on basketball, then I view this draft pick as a really, really good one, and having a vet like PG in the locker room and in film sessions, in shoot around with him, can kind of show him the ropes a little bit, show him how to be a pro. And every rookie in the NBA needs a solid veteran to kind of whisper tricks of the trade in their ear. So hopefully PG can do that, along with providing, what did I say, 25, 10, and 8 on the court. But yeah, hopefully PG can help the kid out, and hopefully Joel and all the other guys can help Jared kind of learn how to be a pro and how to conduct yourself as a professional. And how to kind of and he probably had that probably had that beaten into him at Duke, because even though Coach K is not there, they still know how to develop those NBA ready prospects. So hopefully the kid can develop, and I hope he does develop. if he doesn't, the onus will go on Daryl Morey, Elton Brand in the front office. And then the next day they selected Adem Bona. He is a center out of UCLA. He's I see him as a really solid backup or third string center, depending on how the training camp battle shakes out with he and Paul Reed. Yeah, I think Adem can be a really good rebounder, shot blocker, just kind of that dirty work man that all teams in the NBA would kind of love to have, and maybe Paul Reed can. I definitely think Paul Reed can show him some tricks of the trade on just how to kind of prepare like a professional and how to kind of execute at the professional level. I honestly, if I had to give the Sixers offseason a grade, I would give it a B+ to an A-. All right, everybody. Tomorrow I'll have a long Phillies podcast because we got about a week and a half to cover because again I forgot my computer. So yeah, I'll have that the Phillies like kind of catch up podcast that will be going up tomorrow. All right. Have a good rest of your day. Stay safe and take care, guys. Go Sixers.